Today, we are diving into a hot and highly debated topic, coffee and fertility. Let's discuss this important topic. If you are someone who enjoys a daily cup of coffee, maybe one in the morning, maybe one after lunch, you might have wondered, is caffeine bad for you? More specifically, does caffeine affect fertility? Well, that's exactly what we are going to explore today. Why fertility matters for men. Now, a question arises, why are we even discussing fertility when discussing coffee? Let's get this clear. Fertility is not just about making babies. It deeply reflects your hormonal health, testosterone balance, sperm quality, and mental focus. Published studies show that around 1 in 6 couples face infertility, and in almost 50% of those cases, the issue lies with the male partner. So, whether you are trying to have children or simply maintaining strong hormonal and reproductive health, it makes sense to look into natural ways to boost fertility. So, caffeine and fertility, what science says. Let's discuss this important question. Do you know the fact that caffeine is not just found in coffee? It is also present in energy drinks, sodas, pre-workout powders, teas, and chocolate. But coffee is the biggest contributor for most adults, and it's worth asking, does caffeine affect male fertility? Here is what science says. Moderate caffeine consumption around 1 to 2 cups per day doesn't negatively affect fertility in most healthy men. However, higher caffeine intake, especially over 300 to 400 milligrams daily or 3 to 4 cups, may lead to reduced sperm count, lower sperm motility, and even DNA fragmentation in sperm cells. According to a review published in Nutrition Journal 2017, shows that high caffeine intake has been associated with decreased sperm concentration and increased risk of infertility. However, findings are still mixed and need more human trials. Now, a question arises, should I avoid coffee completely to improve fertility? The answer is not necessary. If you are trying to improve fertility naturally, the focus should be moderation, not elimination. So here is a helpful guideline. 1 to 2 cups of black coffee daily is safe for most healthy men. Avoid adding too much sugar, flavored creamers, or processed syrups because these hurt overall metabolic health and hormone balance. Now, let's summarize this important aspect. Is coffee bad for you? Is caffeine bad for fertility? To improve fertility naturally, men should aim for balanced caffeine intake, a healthy diet, regular exercise, and good sleep. Remember, fertility is a mirror of your whole body health. Your diet has a direct impact on your fertility. Yes, the food you eat can either fuel your reproductive health or slowly sabotage it. So, while caffeine and fertility are connected, we must also focus on how to boost fertility using the right nutrition. Let's talk about some essential nutrients that improve fertility naturally. The first important mineral is zinc. Yes, because the zinc is the fertility power mineral. Now a question arises, why is zinc so important for men's health and fertility? Because zinc plays a critical role in testosterone production, sperm development, and prostate function. According to our research published in the journal Nutrition Research, men with low zinc levels often have poor sperm quality and lower testosterone levels. Here are the following best zinc-rich foods for men. The first one is pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, red meat in moderation, eggs, and cashews. If you drink coffee, it's wise to have zinc-rich foods earlier in the day, before or after coffee, because caffeine can slightly reduce mineral absorption if taken in higher amounts. Sperm cells are very sensitive to oxidative stress, which can be caused by smoking, poor diet, environmental toxins, and yes, excessive caffeine. But the good news is antioxidants can help protect and improve sperm quality. Following are the top fertility friendly antioxidants. The first one is vitamin C. It is found in oranges, kiwis, and bell peppers. The second one is vitamin E. It is found in almonds and sunflower seeds. The third one is selenium, which is found in Brazil nuts. And finally, there is lycopene, which is found in tomatoes and watermelon. A 2020 study in Andrology Journal showed that men who consumed higher levels of antioxidants had better sperm motility and morphology, which are both essential for fertility. Now, a question arises: what should I drink to cut down on coffee? If you want to improve fertility naturally, you don't have to stop enjoying warm, comforting beverages. However, here are some healthy male fertility friendly alternatives to coffee. The first one is green tea, which contains less caffeine and powerful antioxidants like EGCG. The second one is chicory root coffee, which tastes like coffee but contains no caffeine. The third one is golden milk, which contains turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory and hormone supportive. If you are drinking coffee mainly out of habit, try gradually replacing 1 cup daily with one of those alternatives. Your body and future fertility will thank you. Now, we are going to discuss the relationship among sleep, stress, caffeine, and fertility. High caffeine consumption, especially in the afternoon or evening, can disrupt your sleep cycle. And poor sleep leads to higher cortisol, stress hormone levels, which negatively affect testosterone and fertility. According to the research published in Fertility and Sterility Journal, men with high stress and sleep deprivation had significantly lower sperm counts and motility. Here are some important tips to improve fertility naturally. Stop caffeine intake after 2 p.m. Maintain a regular sleep schedule. Practice mindfulness or deep breathing to reduce stress. Let's discuss the link between caffeine and testosterone. This is a question I get often from men who are working to improve their energy, performance, and fertility. Let's get into the research. A question arises: does caffeine increase or decrease testosterone? Well, the truth is, it depends on the amount and the individual's body response. Research from Nutrition Journal 2015 suggests that low to moderate caffeine intake, about 200 mg or 1 to 2 cups, may temporarily increase testosterone, especially post-exercise. However, high intake above 400 to 500 mg per day may lead to elevated cortisol, the stress hormone that can suppress testosterone over time. So moderation is key. A cup or two in the morning, especially before a workout, may be beneficial. However, relying on 4+ cups daily to stay awakened can backfire. So when to cut back? Timing before conception. Many men ask, how long before trying to conceive a baby? Should I cut down on coffee or caffeine? Here is a helpful timeline. As the sperms take around 64 to 72 days to develop fully. That means any lifestyle change like improving diet, sleep, and caffeine habits can start showing results within 2 to 3 months. So, if you and your partner are planning to conceive baby, cut back to 1 to 2 cups per day about 3 months in advance. Pair it with other fertility tips like exercise, stress control, and a nutrient-rich diet. Stay hydrated because water helps sperm motility and overall health. Now, let's tackle some of the most asked questions about caffeine and fertility. clearly and honestly. The first one is coffee bad for you? The answer is not necessarily. In moderation, black coffee can even have benefits like it has antioxidants, mental focus, and fat metabolism. The problem is too much caffeine, added sugars, or poor timing like drinking in late night. The second question, is caffeine bad for fertility? The answer is excessive caffeine intake above 300 to 400 milligram per day may be bad for male fertility, which is linked to lower sperm count and motility. So moderate intake is generally fine. The third question is, does quitting coffee improve fertility? Yes. Cutting back can help men with high intake or caffeine sensitivity, especially if it improves sleep, lowers stress, and balance hormones. The fourth question is, should I avoid coffee completely? Answer is no. Instead, monitor your total caffeine intake from all sources like coffee, tea, energy drinks, and colas. Here is my fertility action plan for coffee drinkers. You don't need to fear coffee. You need a plan that works for your lifestyle. Here is a simple action checklist. Limit caffeine to 200 to 300 milligram per day. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Drink plenty of water, especially if you drink coffee. Eat foods high in zinc, antioxidants, and omega-3 fatty acids. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Move your body, even 30 minutes of walking or strength training helps. Reduce stress, mindfulness, and deep breathing. Here are my final words. Your fertility is in your hands. Can small lifestyle changes make a difference? Absolutely yes. Even something as common as coffee, when managed wisely, can support your long-term health and fertility goals. Gentlemen, you don't need to quit coffee. You must understand it, respect your body, and make small, essential changes. So, the next time you sip that coffee, ask yourself, is this supporting my health or stressing my system? That awareness, that one question, can change everything. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Drop your questions below, and remember, your health is your power. Until next time, stay strong and stay informed.